All right, Sistas fans, up front, I've done the research, but I have not yet found the actual title for this particular episode. I have a synopsis, but not the title. This is for episode 18 of season 3, which will be airing on November 24th. Look, I just flipped the calendar an hour ago. I do not need to be thinking about freaking pre-Thanksgiving. But we got the synopsis now. Episode 16 is called At 7. Episode 17 is Burning Taboo. And I did that synopsis breakdown last week. That's the one about Andy being drunk and calling Robin, and that leads to his hotel room. But yeah, episode 18, this is a Danny episode. Yeah, it seems kind of weird because episode 16 was Karen focusing the synopsis. Episode 17 was Andy. And then episode 18, it looks like we're talking all about Danny. So I'm going to go ahead, read the synopsis, and then break it down the best way I know how. Danny has second thoughts about asking Preston for space when it doesn't look or feel the way she thought it would. So guys and gals, before moving forward in the video, or should I say, you know what, misters and sisters. Hey, I like that. So before moving forward in the video, please take a moment to hit the thumbs up button to show you like it. Trust and believe the synopsis already has me disliking the episode, but you can still thumbs up to show you like this video. Also, hit subscribe. We are closing in on 190,000 subscribers on the channel. Hit that bell icon and select all. And remember, you will be receiving notifications from our kind of entertainment, no longer the Haves and the Have-Nots review. And follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Thanks again for the support on the channel. We are now over 33% subscriber watch time in the month of October and trying to hit 50% by the end of this month. So just keep subscribing, keep getting those notifications, or just being on the lookout for new content. But it's synopsis, and like I say time and time again, I try not to bash episodes before they come out, but with synopsis like, you know, these, it really makes me hard. It makes it hard not to bash episodes because this just feels like more of the same. Now, I'm also wondering when the El Fuego club eating thing is going to take place. Like, you know, in the upcoming episode this week, Preston's like, you know, you don't want me around or something along those lines, and he just leaves the next morning, and Danny's like, Preston, and then that's it. But I'm thinking that Danny, you know, who is seemingly for the streets, is realizing it isn't all it's cracked up to be, because you had given that Preston is who he is, Danny took a little trip to the other side of the cow pasture, and it turns out that the cow pasture is more secure than the street life. So, I mean, sure, she might have a night of passion with El Fuego, the toe sucker from the gay bar, the bartender that, you know, she had sex with that one time, and realizes that it's just sex and it's not security. She doesn't have anybody to wake up to. So it seems like, just like Sabrina, it's going to be wishy-washy. Danny wanting one thing, getting it, and then realizing it's not what she wanted. So, I mean, I could definitely see her try to vent to Sabrina about this, but then Sabrina's going to be like, well, isn't this exactly what you wanted? So it kind of goes back to that one TV line interview Mignon did a couple weeks ago about, you know, Preston kind of being extreme, like, you know, when Danny says I need space and he just vanishes, and then when it's like I want you around, he's always up under me. But I feel like I just don't understand it. I mean, obviously when the world turned upside down in 2020, there were so many divorces happening because of the fact that people were stuck at home. You know, kids not going to school, adults not being able to go to work, more of them having to work remotely or losing their jobs altogether. And as a result, you were stuck with your family far longer than you would typically when the world was normal, because guess what? depending on what your work schedule was and everything like that, you would probably not be around your family all that long at all, given the fact that most of you would sleep at the same time. Then you wake up the next day, kids are going to school, adults are going to work. Even if there was one adult working at home, or not working at all, they're like, make sure they're like home keepers or whatever. So it's just one of those things where when you're literally shoulder to shoulder 24/7, issues are going to arise, and then arguments are going to start up, and you're going to notice things about your partner you didn't notice before because you're always around each other. And like they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder. But when Danny and Preston are together all the time, Danny can't handle it. But I just don't understand it, given the fact that Preston seemed to always seem to wake up and leave before Danny in the morning to go to work because he has a long commute to his his cousin's ranch or something like that, or the family where he the farm he works at with the family. And then on top of that, Danny would be at the airport, and to be honest, it's only when Danny gets home that Preston would be there. And even then, he would have the place clean, he would have dinner laid out, and he just wants to have a conversation about their day. And she felt like that was a problem. So for me, this goes back to season 2, where Danny was like the most likable sister of the bunch. And it's debatable if she still is. To me, I just don't like the way she's been treating Preston. But I just think that Tyler doesn't really know what to do with her. I think that you had the wild one of the group having the most stable relationship, and it just seems like such a forced issue for her to have that it gets tiring when this is like the 3rd or 4th time she's done this, because Zach laid it out for her plain and simple in season 1 when she went off on Preston about blowing up her phone and coming over and this and that, and he just he just moved on to somebody else. Honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't done the same thing now, but it is what it is. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I just feel like at this point, this synopsis itself goes hand in hand with what fans have been saying about Danny for a long time. Danny has a good guy. She just doesn't know what to do with him, and she better figure it out quick before she loses him for good. So I do recall in that Mignon interview towards the end of the article, she said something along the lines of, I'm not going to spoil anything, but keep your eyes out, or keep your eyes open, because when Preston said that he was staying with his cousin or working at his cousin's ranch or something along those lines, it's not what you think it is. So hopefully this won't be a character assassination thing like it was for Calvin, where I love you, Sabrina, let's check in before we see other people. And then a few hours later, Sabrina catches him walking out of his room naked with another woman. So hopefully it isn't that. But with that being said, that's all I have for this particular video. If I find the title, I will put it. If I find the title of the episode, I will put it in the title for this video. But if not, I'll come up with something creative. So thanks so much for tuning in. As always, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.